Mark from Evolution of Warfare. Wow, I had an exciting time at World Board Gaming Championship. Had a chance to play with a friend of mine named Mark, help him with the game. We were just talking in passing, and I did not take my copy of Mr. President because I flew up to Pennsylvania for that. And Mark said that he had his copy, but he was just getting started, and there were some things that he wasn't, completely familiar with. So, come to find out, he was one of my subscribers, and so I wanted to give a shout out to Mark, and I want to thank. I'm shocked. I'm at 80 subscriptions to my channel. Never thought that 80 people would be interested in anything that I had to say or think that I am an absolute expert on these games. And looks like I left a chit there already. Already a problem. So we are. It's been a while. I was going to do some recording from Pennsylvania on this game, but the internet was really, really bad up at the resort up there. So I focused on gaming, and then I got back home, and it's been busy. And I had to do. I was gone for about 15. Well, pretty much the back half of July. And last week was just coming home and recovering. Haven't really had time to play this game, and I've been wanting to. And I know it was so cool out there at the World Board Gaming Championship. GMT was one of the vendors, and they actually they had a few copies, but actually sold out of this first printing there at that place. And so, as far as I understand, there's no more. All of the copies of Mr. President are out, and maybe I should have bought two and kept one in shrink wrap and sold it, because I got in when it was $55. Now it's $100, and I'm sure on the secondary market it's going to even be higher. But this game, I playing with we did a collaborative thing where we had four people playing, taking a role. One was the president, I think that was Mark, and then another guy named Mark. He played the vice president, and then we had a secretary of state, and then I kind of guided and advised, but then I also did the secretary of defense. So I did some of the military stuff, and we had a great time. We got through a year. Mark and I played, and that was a lot of fun. Well, here in this game, my George W. Bush. It's good to be here. The War on Terror. We're in its third year. We're starting year 3, and I hope with what I learned playing with Mark to make this go a little bit better, a little faster. So I want to kind of take a preview around the board and just kind of. It's been a minute, and so we want to see where the conflict stuff is at and where kind of the status is. So moving over here to the left, we'll move up here and do nuclear missile tracks. Iran and North Korea haven't progressed very far. The United States has the lead in all the areas, which is nice. Conflict status, we've got India, Pakistan at 3. That's been a challenge in this game. And it looks like everyone else is, this one, Israel and their neighbors are about to go to war. We got to focus on that a little bit, but that looks like it's fine there. All right. No lingering issue. There is one lingering issue in Africa. And so, yeah, there's that. So, if we can get through this, hopefully we can pick a region that has no unstable state to get this lingering issue card off the deck. Bipartisan cooperation is 2. We've got a lot of friends in Congress. Most of them are moderates. We have 3 bills that have been passed. And we've got these bills here that are waiting. They're both opponent bills. So we'll have to deal with that in the legislative session. World opinion's good. Relations with Congress are good. Media relations are friendly. And so there's a little bit of bonus there. and global vigilance. Actually, we went up. We finally moved from 4 to 5 last year, which enabled us to deal with some terror groups. Economy is absolutely rocking, which is great. We have tensions on most of our cabinet. Let's see here. What else? No scandals, thankfully. Looking here, we have a prestige of 6, legacy points of 9. We are maxed out on public approval. We go up here to CONUS. We need to deal with domestic crisis and push lingering domestic issues up, but we have cleared CONUS for terrorism. We do have a bunch of terror groups in the Eurozone, which we'll need to deal with. Eastern Europe, we've got a lot of terror groups there. Again, at the end of last turn, this is where it all spewed forth, and the consequences of decisions not made. But you can only do so much, right? Middle East, we've got a level 4 terror group. Already have a rogue state level 2. We have terror groups in Central South Asia. We'll deal with China and Russia last. Bunch of terror groups all over the place. And the big mess, of course, is in Africa. We have a level 4 terror group that we've targeted. And level 3 and a level 2. We've got rogue states. We've got a tenuous ceasefire. And then we have a bunch of terror groups here in South America and Central America. So civil wars that are going on. It's a big mess internationally. And so I think this turn, we've got a little bit of domestic stuff to deal with, but we got that humming. Now we can come over here and focus on these other things. Our relations with China are distrust. They have stagnation in their economy, and so they are not in the best of shape. China is trending anti-U.S., although we have fairly good, we're trading partners. And they have a worsening economy, and so that's what's going on there. And then over here we have Hezbollah at war with Israel. So, but this is Israel is winning this one. So I think by the end of, well, it looks like I think middle of this year when we do war progress, that should probably end. We may even try to broker peace, which would give us some bolstering, as it were, in the world's standing. So let's come up here and kind of get our I'm trying to think if I can't remember if I did this or not. See, I should have watched the last of the last video. Did I? Okay, I know I did that. Awesome Chief of Staff. Cabinet effectiveness. Okay, they're saying put that on there. Okay. 2 additional action points. We are at the very beginning. Okay. So we start with, we're doing the normal game. We have 15 plus 2 is 17 from that card. Okay. From the cabinet effectiveness track, plus 4 action points because we've got a pretty efficient. So that's going to take us 17. We're going to be at 21, right? Oh wait. Oh. Oh, I guess we could do that. We could do 21. Okay, yeah, that's good there. All right. Presidential attributes. We get 1+1 improvement of the economy per turn. Oh, that's going to knock that one up. Oh, we're already at the best of that, and +3 public approval per turn, and we're good. Okay. Apply any effects. We did that. Key cabinet member experience. Choose one cabinet member currently on their novice side. I think we will do our vice president. And we're going to roll a 1d6. We got a 2. They gain experience. All right, so +2 die roll modifiers for that. Optionally replace. Now I'm going to leave who I have. And George W. Bush was very loyal to his folks. Roll on the cabinet improvement table. We have a 4. No change, no effect. Set focus region for National Intelligence Collection. Okay. So I think over here we need to rethink this. We have focus national intelligence in... okay, in central... Oh, let's see, who... I'm going to move the central, because I have most of my military up here. I'm going to move it down to Africa. We'll do that. Okay, so I think that is that. Beginning of turn. U.S. Special Activations. So first of all right, we are going to the State of the Union. The State of the Union is strong, as Bush would do. Let's come down here and roll on this dice. A 2. So some of the 4 ratings. Public approval is going to be 9. Relations with Congress is 8, so that's 17. Media relations is 6, so that's 23. And presidential prestige, 23 plus 6 is 29. We are here in the 28 plus. Whoops. We get +2 public approval, which we have already maxed out. We get an additional 4 action points. So that's going to knock us up there. +1 relations with Congress. I think, yeah, we're already maxed out there. Place new bill in -1 box in Congress. So let's take a look at our Homeland Security. We've already passed. Expanded military, we've already passed. Immigration and education reform. Let's see. Energy independence. I think we may... yeah. Energy independence. I think we will do that. Oop. Oh, bills. Those are the priorities. Where are my bills at? Oh, they're down here. Oops. There we go. In the -1 box, it said. And then draw one new random friend. But I think cabinet effectiveness will tell me how many friends +4. Oh no, it's party relations. Oh, there we go. We can have 5 max friends. So we're already at 5 max friends. All right. Move counter forward 1 space. Oh, we are on the State of the Union. We did that. Now we go to the statement of state of economy, which is great. Here we get +3 public approval. Oh wait, we have to do 2 U.S. economic assistance. We can improve an ally, which I believe all of our allies are very close now. Let me look over here. Yeah, I believe very close, very close, very close, very close. I think they're all very close. So place a trending pro-U.S. counter in one of the 8 world religions. And so here, let's see if we have any. Okay, yeah, we want to move that one off. And let's see if there's anywhere else we have a bad. Okay, so I think we're good. Asia Pacific, we're doing good. Africa, we're actually doing well. I think, oh, here we go. That's what we wanted. Move that up to 5. Good. Get that moving up on the Middle East. All right, so those are our 2 of those. And we've already maxed out our public approval. I got 2 action points. I got 2 more action points. So we got quite a bit that we can do in helping out our die rolls. All right, next we're going to improve. Let's see. Just get those as I'm doing it. Okay, we're going to set or improve U.S. strategic capabilities. So that's going to be here. All right. Our economy is 5. We roll for 2 different capabilities. We have no DARPA. On a 1 to 5, improve that capability by 1 box. And so we want to let's see. We want to keep our lead on, we're not doing cyber warfare. I want to keep our lead on strategic missiles and missile defense. We're going to pick that one first. So 1 to 5. We got a 6. Let's do that one again. And an 8. So we missed it. All right. Move counter forward. Now we go to set POTUS, cabinet, and focus. Okay, place or remove any of the 6 focus counters. Oh, I get to remove one in the area. So let's go up here and look at. We do want to keep Homeland Security as 1. Domestic, our economy can go to actually 6. So I'm going to move these over here. we're going to move the economy to 6. Since we're doing so well. Let's see here. Improve relations with Congress. Let's do this. Let's move that to 6 because we are doing so well. Then we have public press relations. That can go to 4. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to move that to 3. I'm going to move that to 2. All right. So we actually have 4 tension counters. There's nothing on Homeland Security. Our second one, we don't. But we are going to remove this one. Okay. And now we get to the fun stuff. Oops. Oh, I got to go all the way over here. Now we get 1 action for POTUS and each cabinet member, and I don't think we get additional. Oh, okay. Okay, this is where we get additional actions. So let's go on up here to our. So each one, so that gets a plus, that's 2 actions. 2 actions there, 1 action there, 2 actions there. And then the president gets 1 action. All right, so the first is going to be, let's see, on the domestic front. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. I'm going to bring up domestic actions. POTUS, Vice President, and Chief of Staff. So what I want to do is address this domestic crisis. Address domestic crisis is what I want to do. I do not want to make it worse, though. And domestic crisis is number 2. We don't have domestic focus on the president. We do get a minus, let's see. So let's roll, and then we'll do the die roll modifiers. We got a 7. So we have a 6. Oh, cabinet effectiveness check. Oh, and then the domestic rating of the. Oh, so -3. So our cabinet effectiveness check is going to be a 6. So I think we passed. Decreased domestic. Very good. So again, we had 2 for the Vice President or Chief of Staff's domestic rating. Oh, the LDI track. Oh, okay. So that's a +1. So plus or -2, and we rolled a 7. So it's going to be a 5, but there was the cabinet effectiveness is 6, and so we passed. So domestic crisis by 1 box. There we go. So that's good. So that is the president's that. So now let's do, let's see if I can get this down 1. I know I need to do lingering domestic issues. So one of the vice president's acts is going to do the same thing. So we're going to roll. We got a 1. So that gets that out of the ballpark. Awesome. And then we're going to use her other action. I think it's a her. Kim Richards, yes, to see about getting this lingering domestic issue. Make a cabinet effectiveness check. So let's roll. Need a 6 or less. We got a 3. Two. That wipes it out. So that I get to, if I pass, decrease the track by 1 and move up public opinion. And now we're going to take her other action and we're going to roll again. See if I can get all of this, and then I can just focus on foreign policy. Oh, that was close. A 4. So they rolled a 4 there. That's going to drop that up to there. So we are now done as the vice president. We are now done with her actions. Now, my chief of staff is 2 across the board. So let's see what he can do. He can do domestic, which we don't need to do. I think all he can do is domestic. Oh, improve. We can't address, stimulate the economy. We have already got a maximized economy. Relations with Congress is already maxed out. We have no more domestic crises or lingering domestic issues. Oh, party relations. I think we could improve that. Yeah, we could go up. That will get us 1 extra friend if we do that. We have no terror groups. Oh, there we go. Remove 1 action from 1 to 6 in order of priority. So looks like he gets 2 actions. So that's a 6, that's 5. So 4 and 5 are getting removed. I forgot about that. That is excellent. Those are those 2 actions. Okay, the Secretary of State gets to do a diplomatic action. So let's pull this up and see what we can do. Regional, let's see. Oh, yes. So Central America. And I think it's 1 action. Yeah, Central America is close. So let's see what we do here. Crisis relief. We've chosen a region. We roll a d10. That's a 10. Oh, no. Oh, no. My Secretary of State. I think we just made matters worse to start off. -1 is a 9. Oh, thankfully. Oh, no. Regional stability is a 5. Oh, man. You talk about just barely. No effect. So that's good. So that's the action by the Secretary of State. And then finally, the Secretary of Defense gets to do 2 actions. So let's see. This is going to be military master actions. Okay, let's deal with some terrorism. Let's go over and help Europe. Or actually, because actually Europe gets to do its own thing. Let's see if we can move this along. And I do get 2 actions. We're going to direct intel gathering ops on a terror group. We have 8. And we do have intel advisors. So that's 7. and an FNI counter that is now 6. But that first one is a failure, so we need to roll a 6 or less. And there we go. So we moved that terror group into, now it's targeted. So those are those 2 actions. All right. So I think we have finished the first column of the year. So now we go up here. Russia, China X. It's going to be 1 to 5 is going to be Russia. And 7 is going to be China. China X. So we'll pop them over there, and let's go bring the China book up. Now, thankfully, with China, Thankfully, with China, we only have to, we're not dealing with any cyber, so that's good. So let's go through this, China Act. So first, we gotta check the tension, or the Chinese influence counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they have enough, we need to, in Africa, we're going to need to work on that. So that's going to be victory. We need to start working on China influence. Okay. Posture changes and results. To determine, flip all tension counters on China, and there are. Flip. We have 1 no effect. Okay, so, I should have left that one. I got to bring 2 back. Okay, so there is a 3. We are at posture 1. It is not 5 or more. SOE is not 3 or 4. Okay, currently at posture 2, nope. If the sum of the counters is 0 to 1, no, it's at 3. Trending pro-US counter, nope. For every increment of 5, which we don't have 5. Oh, it's actually 1. Okay. I see, yeah. So let's put this up here. So in the example, it says if the result is 11, that is equal to 2. So you do round down. So that would round it down to 1 because we're at 3. Well, no. Actually, no. That doesn't make sense. If anybody has an answer to that, put that in the comments. That would be great to know. All right, then immediately, before you perform any actions, remove all tension counters over 3. Redraw half, round it up. So 2. So 1.5 to 2. Okay, yeah, got it. So China gets 2 tensions. Okay, so that's that page. After checking for then improved China's strategic capability, they get to make 2 attempts over here. So let's focus in on the strategic capabilities track. All right. Make 2 or 3. It's at posture 1, so 2 attempts. Are there any sanctions on China? Let's go back over and look. There are no sanctions on China. And so we get to roll. Where does China trail? So one here. Okay, so yeah, we got the 2 rolls right here. So naval forces and strategic missiles, missile defense. So here's the first one. And it's a 4. A 1 to 4 is success. Increase that capability by 1 box. And then the other one, it's going to be a 7. So on missile defense, that did not happen. If China's relations, let's go back over here. China's relations with the U.S. is currently at 4 with a trending down counter. Make 2, otherwise make 1 espionage attempt. Okay, so let's roll on China. Re-rolled an 8. Failure, no effect. Okay. Oh, DRMs. Let's go back over. So we have an 8. Oh, we're not doing cyber. No ally is currently estranged. Everything's very close. Cyber we're not doing. Oh, +2 die roll modifier. No, there is not. So yeah, there 8. It was a failure. All right. All right. After performing espionage, then okay, we need to roll a d10 again to see about their economy, and it is a 2. There are no sanctions. -1 in the Asia and Pacific. There is none. And U.S. relations is 4, so it's a -1. So it drops us 1 place in improving economy. So that basically just moves that economy there. So that removes that one. All right, now we get to calculate the number of China actions. China receives a number of actions equal to the current value on their SOE track, which is 6, +1 is 7, modified by, there is a 0, so it's 7. If you rolled, so we'll make that there. I forgot what I rolled earlier to improve the economy. I think it was low. It was low. That's right. Okay, so there are 7 actions that China gets to do. Perform each action listed below once in order until all China actions have been used or all actions have been performed. Okay, so the first, terror in South Central Asia. There are 5 total terror group levels in the Central South. Yes, I believe there is. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, use 1 China action to remove 1 terror level from the largest group in the region, which is going to be that one. Good. Quell rising dissent by addressing eternal issues. Roll a d10. A 2. Use 1 China action to address massive social and 6+. So it's down to 1. Use 1 China action to address massive. Where do I attend to that? I guess I go, let me look. Social infrastructure costs. Man, I don't see anything for that. Let's see. Use one China action. Oh, so it just subtracts an action. Okay. Okay, I see that. All right. Remove, reduce sanctions on China. There are none. Extra war progress roll. China is not at war. So now we go to the next one. Okay, that threw me for a minute, but there was no chart or anything for them to do. It's just you use an action to work on your internal issue. We are not doing cyber. We are doing, however, One Belt Road. That's going to be an action. It's going to drop it down to 4. Place a trending anti-U.S. counter. Gosh. Oh, that is going to move. That's going to move the relations down to that. Count the number of Belt and Road regions that have 3 China influence counters or a China base. And I know that there is one place, Africa. If there are, perform option A, place 1 China influence counter, place a number. Where's the base thing? Let's see. I think there's one in 2 Belt and Road regions, China influence. And that is going to be Asia Pacific. And the other one is going to be South Asia. Oh, yeah, that'll give me 3 bases there, or enough for a base. All right, those are my 2. Regardless, you may immediately place 2 tension counters on China. Two tension counters on China and 1 on Japan. One on India. Australia. And the Rock. Okay. Oh, Gulf states, Saudi Arabia, and Russia. Okay, there we go. We do have actions remaining. We have 4. Go to the next page. Expand China's influence in neighboring regions. If any region have 3 or more, yes, there are 2. So we're going to remove that. And we are going to put a base. It's all about that bass, no. Ooh, that's not good. Because those bases, you can't get rid of the bases. So that's going to knock its down to 3. Make a roll on the first region specified by the following conditions. Roll dice. And 8. Okay. There are 0 to 1 China influence counters in Asia Pacific. There is 1. Oh, Central, South Air, Asia Pacific. Oops. I guess we roll on for Central, South or Asia Pacific. We roll on the regional stabilities. That's a fail. Then we roll again for a 7. Replace 1 Russia influence counter in Central South Asia. Oh, that's also okay. So Central South Asia, that no need to be 6 or less. So that was a fail as well. Roll. Roll a 1d. Okay, so in either case, it was a 7 and an 8, and there was no success. Okay, I see what I did wrong on that. We basically have to roll a die and add the regional alignment, and it has to be 10 or less, which it was not. Okay. So next, reinforce allies, build military, use force. China has a relative strength on the China. Let's go over there. China, Japan. Relative strength is going to be a +1 Japan. If China's relative strength or India-China conflict that is equal to or lower than either Japan or India, build Chinese military strength. Okay. Select one of them, China, Japan, and roll a dice. And let's see, let me look at my state of economy, which I think is a 6. It is a 6. So let's roll. We just rolled a 9. Oh, subtract 2, so 7. If it's less than the China SOE value, okay, it did not. So that was an action attempt. That leaves 2. Pakistan is not at war with. Pakistan is not at war with India. Proceed to 5. Secure the sea lanes. If there are at least 2 China influence counters or a China base in Asia Pacific. No, there's not. So that's going to move us past that. We still have actions remaining. Attempt to expand China's influence in Central and South America. Okay, make a roll. So let's make a roll. And we have a 3. There are 0 to 2. Regional alignment for Central America is less than 7. Oh, and add their stability. U.S. regional alignment, which is going to be a 5. So 5 plus 3 is 8. One China influence in the region. Okay. Go to 7. I think that was their second action. They have one action left. Veto U.S. sanctions, no. Test cyber war, we're not doing that. Prepare for war. Relations with the U.S. is at a neutral. It is at a 3. Okay. Oh, it is. So we are down to a 3 now. We're no longer trading partners. So now only one attempt per turn. So we're going to do this. Okay. Provoke, intimidate India. Unless China has a relative strength of at least 2 greater than India. Let's go check that out. No, it's +1. Increase China by 1 box in China's favor. Okay, so now it's +2 in China's favor. Increase regional crisis in Central South Asia. Okay. So that is their last action. So we can close out that one. All right. Now I think we're ready to do any 3 actions. So let's go up here and we are going to need to do undo. So I want to count the China influence and see where they're at. See what I have to do. Let me total up China and Russian influence markers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 13. Let me double count. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 2 different numbers. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 13. Oh man, they are 2 away from an instant win, so we need to remove influence. But we can't do it with the bases. The bases are there, so they are going to be at a 6 regardless. Russian influence they have not been a big player. There is a Russian base in the Middle East. That's 3, 4, 5. So they're still at 5. Okay. So now that's going to lead us to do, let's see, got 3 actions. Let's go up here and see about remove China. Regional alignment 7 or 8. So let's see if I can do that anywhere. Regional alignment. Okay. Okay, here's one. So yes, we can do that in the Eurozone. So we need to improve alignment. Oh, and Asia Pacific. So there are the 2 actions I can do. So let's raise this up here and come over here to the Eurozone, and then we will do Asia Pacific. Oh, sorry about my clock. Although that's telling me I think we're about close to an hour. Procedure, choose a region, roll on a D10. So we'll roll a die 10. A 1 through a 5. Oh, 1 Russia or China. So that's gone. 1, and then Asia Pacific. Got to roll again here. And that's a 7. Ah, cannot. I'm going to re-roll. A 5. There we go. So that is a removal of 2, and that backs them down to 11 on influence. All right. We have now done our 3 actions. So let's go ahead, and what we'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to try to keep this to 5 episodes per year. So we are going to go ahead and draw a chit. So let's go down here and shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Oh no, a regional crisis, and then we get to draw a card again. So let's pop that up there. Let's go over here and find out what region. Region 7, let me guess. Oh. No, it is not Africa. It is going to be South America. Go up here to the World Book. And regional crisis. Oh, wait, actually, regional crisis is going to be, I think, in the book here. Three actions. I need to follow this. Regional crisis. Roll a d10, which we did. Move the regional crisis level at the bottom 1 box to the right. Okay. All right. It is not a major crisis. Okay. All right, so we just move it's just a random regional crisis, just move that over. So that's going to be that chit. Now we get to draw a chit again. Good times! Yay! Domestic agenda, or domestic book. Domestic charts. Good times is on page 18. Nice. So let's come down here and roll a d10. We rolled a 9. Hit the links. Take an afternoon off at a local country club. Invite a leader from the opposition party to join you. Play for $1 per hole and let him or her win, but just barely. Pay the $2 you owe promptly. Swap stories about your kids over hot dogs. Agree that mosquitoes suck. Improve co-op. Okay. With Congress. Bipartisan cooperation. Oh, nice. Let me make sure. Bipartisan co-op. We're at the most it can be. That's nice. And one with your relations with Congress, which I think we are maxed out. We are. Okay, very good. And we still have to draw another chit. And we get to draw 2 cards. Our new deck. 1. A new situation. Let's actually drop him right down here. Let's move in nice and close and see what we got. Boko Haram terrorizes Nigeria and neighbors in Africa, of course. So let's increase a 3, 2, or 1 terror group by 1 level. And we do have one here. Thankfully, they did not say a 4 level. And place a new level 1 terror group. Clone. Oh, actually. What is I can only, maximum of 4 terror groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And add 1 regional crisis to Africa. That's not too bad. But this is now going to be a cascading event card. So I thought we would get these cleared off. But we don't. So this is going to be in the 2 deck. All right, and our last action for this episode. Here we go. Flip. Bureaucratic incompetence. Interagency and interpersonal issues are hampering your effectiveness. Place 1 tension counter on POTUS cabinet. Focus. 6. Starting with 6. Tension. And that's on improved relations with Congress, which is okay because we're maxed out. And then roll a d10 for consequences. And we have an 8. The public laments your ineffectiveness. So it's going to be a -2 public approval, which is not a problem. Well, my friends, that is the end of episode 1, or the next episode, rather. I forgot what episode number this is. Discard deck, reshuffle pile. All right, so we are now going to, go ahead and move the chit for the turn, and we will start on the next episode on Ally Rogue Group acts. And so we'll go ahead and shuffle this. And there we go. So again, thank you for joining. Please like, share, subscribe to the Evolution of Warfare. And I hope you're enjoying this further episode on Mr. President Special Edition. We're going to get through and see if we can get reelected and get into a second term. So for fun for that, right? All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next.